took credit. To keep people occupied with identity fraud. That's a huge story. I mean, I'm paying for LifeLock. I have Norton. The bank shutting off cards while I'm traveling. Getting somewhere and needing to get a verification code, or me needing to call the bank. Well, these identity fraudsters from the inside, who right now at this moment are claiming to your family members. They keep claiming that the people who are stealing from me are people with my same last name. So these are people who keep track of my passwords, that know my identity, that know the information from my banks. You know the problem here is, there's no stopping people who believe that they are owed something. The saddest part is this inheritance me being beneficiary. And from the moment that they started wanting my mother dead, I'd wanting to put her into a home, and wanting her to believe that she was having memory issues and gaslighting her. And that's the real story of the story we're living in, is what it takes to emotionally rape people in this gaslighting storyline, where people can intentionally come into people's lives, pretending to be assistant programs or with the government or whatever they're claiming to be under false pretense, when really what's happening is these are fraudsters, and they're intentionally attempting to make it seem like you're stupid. They will literally call you names inside your mind. They're bragging of creating paranoia. They're bragging about setting you up. They've already taken credit for making things smell bad. They've already taken credit for creating symptoms. You know, when this first started, this was about proving all the ways of this corruption. And then now that they're guilty of manslaughter and mass murder, and half of Americans are dead. And we're discovering and rediscovering these plot lines of people controlling people's minds, so they can have a neo-Nazi white supremacist hotline for genocide. But the intention is to make sure that everyone is paying less, homeless, and nowhere around, and using all their money for insurance, to be fraudsters, and for companies and lawyers, and to keep themselves from prison, or institutions, or witch doctors. So far I haven't found any that are willing to do anything about this mind technology remote viewing crisis situation of terrorism. So being that we have all these gaslighters that are part of having people's minds erased, and they're watching you remotely, and then they're pretending that they don't know that they're the ones having you chased around and set up and emotionally raped and physically raped. These are doctors and medical professionals and politicians that are part of rape. These are police officers as rapists. They're raping people for money. Why don't you dare for hatred? This is intentional stalking, gang stalking, so they can have your possessions, your inheritance, and their family can now pretend to be you. I find that terrifying. Why don't you dead for hatred? This is intentional stalking games, so they can have your possessions, your inheritance, and their family can now pretend to be you.